If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's April 22nd, 2020, and today is Wednesday morning, so no major economic news scheduled for today. But as we look at the markets, rotation continues. We're watching the British pound actually retreating versus the US dollar. At a whole, the currencies are back to being quite flat with volatility. I'm going to take a look at a couple just now. Now, looking at the indices, Dow Jones bouncing off of this 23,000-ish level. We breached it yesterday, but we're looking like we're bouncing off of it today. Let's see if we can sustain that. Now, looking at the commodities, gold has been in a very tight range between 1685 and 1681. Really very, very tight. Looking at the June contract for oil, it continues to sell off. We hit a low of $7, below $7 yesterday, then bouncing and now selling off again today. So, this thing will have a cap until where it could sell off to, obviously. We're going to take a look at that today. And lastly, looking at the stocks yesterday, Apple actually sold off quite aggressively in anticipation of next week's earning reports. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. While Netflix really unchanged after the earnings report yesterday, which was really a high flyer, was trading very, very high over the last couple of days together with Amazon, but then it kind of faltered yesterday. So I'm not sure if that's already factored into the price. But let's take a look at the charts and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're taking a look here at the Euro USD, and just to drive the point home here, look at how flat this is. We're trading at 108.63 to 108.50-ish level. That's really very, very tight to be in a couple of days. I mean, even you could see at the beginning of March, when we had these massive kind of moves. So this kind of, is lulling us back to where we were back before this whole coronavirus started. Now looking at the GBP USD, we did see a minor sell-off yesterday, but still within the same range. Nothing to really write home about. However, jumping into oil, which is really the one that we're looking at right now, this morning we continue to sell off as we bounced yesterday, just sharply from the $7, below $7, up to $14, and then giving it up to a 10.79 right now. So if this does make a double bottom, I think we'll settle here. I don't think we're going to go higher. I don't think we're going to go lower, just because there's so many things that are priced into the price of oil that it doesn't seem actually probable again that it'll go negative. Not to say that it won't, but if it does breach this $7 once again, that's something to consider. Now jumping into gold, you can see pretty much that over the last few days, we've really been very, very tight. Nothing really writing home about. It's between 1688 and 1674 on a 3-day interval. But that can change, So you want to keep an eye on this to see if it does break out with volume in either direction. Now jumping into the Dow Jones, you can't really see it here. Let's jump into a 1-hour chart just to give us perspective here. We're looking at the Dow Jones here, and basically yesterday we continued our sell-off. This is a 500-point move right there, and then we're capitulating here. We're really condensing here at this 23,000-ish level. Not to say that we might not test it again, but for right now, it looks like we've consolidated, which means that for right now, there's quote unquote a bottom for this, Not to say that we can't break it further again, as this continues. Now, we still have certain airline companies coming out with earnings this week. American Express is coming out with this week, and some other major players coming out this week with earnings. Now, it's all factored in that the earnings are going to be short. It's just how badly short, And I think that the market just wants to wait for it until it gets the confirmation. Now, next week, a week from tomorrow, we will have Amazon and Apple actually release their earning reports, which is major stuff, that you want to definitely be in for and want to know that it's coming out. So just be aware of that as well. Now, jumping into the stocks, you can see Apple actually sold off quite aggressively yesterday from 280-ish level down to 268. So showing some weakness right before the number. Now, looking at Netflix, sold over before the beginning of the day, and then after hours it traded, but really not making much of a difference, altogether. Now, jumping into JP Morgan, went below $80 a share. Excuse me, I was going to say a barrel, but $89 a share. So this may test its lows just slowly. Might not happen overnight, but it may test its low again. Microsoft also selling quite aggressively lower. So the markets are taking rotation again, with certain stocks being weak and certain stocks being weaker Okay, and with that said, you've got to, decipher what the rotation is happening at which interval. Okay, but most of the activity is really the Dow Jones and the U.S. stocks right now, as is indicated by the volatility. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.